Hi, Tim Qualls down at Steve Sew-N-Vac. That's located on the Kirkwood Highway for you folks downstate that want to come up. I'm telling you, if you're looking to buy a vacuum cleaner, you need to do education, and you're going to get an education by talking to this guy right here. This is Steve. Steve, you've been doing this a long time. When it comes to vacuum cleaners, people go out and they spend, they go to one of the big department stores, grab a vacuum cleaner. They're getting something that'll stir up the dust.
Absolutely. The filtration's not there on a lot of these machines. People talk about HEPA filters and HEPA filters on the vacuums. There's a HEPA filter media, but that doesn't mean that it's a HEPA filter vacuum. And people also have the misconception that if they shop at a small store like this, they're going to pay more money because we're the small store, and that's just not true. We're going to talk about some of the machines I've got here and some of the prices. We're going to hit them. They're amazing prices.
Yeah, and we're also going to talk about some of the vacuum cleaners that you've got that are, and they're not expensive. They're going to last you a lot longer, and the performance is going to be 10 times what your regular vacuum cleaner is. You've educated me over the years. I mean, I know for a fact, and I've seen the demonstrations that you do and stuff, what vacuum cleaners to do. But before we get into vacuum cleaners, I want people to know if you've got a vacuum cleaner out there and you don't want to buy a new one, your repair service, that's you hate when I talk about it, but
not at all. The repairs are an amazing way to go. A lot of these machines that you think are just throwaway machines, they're actually very serviceable, and it costs $0 for us to check it. A lot of shops, when you take it in, they're going to want some money up front just to check the machine, and if you don't get it fixed, you're out that money. We don't charge anything at all to check the machine. When the customer brings it in, we take a look, see what it's going to cost, give them a price, and go from there. It costs nothing to check it. After it's checked and they approve the price, it's usually ready the same or the next day.
Yeah, and the experts, because you've been doing it, so I hate to tell people that you've been doing it how many years, but you've been doing it since you were 15 years old. And when it comes to fixing things like that, because I want to bring in another thing that you got here at the store that's very important. There's a lot of people out there to sew, and when it comes to sewing machines, there's not anybody in town. I'll put you up against anybody in the United States when it comes to repairing sewing machines.
Well, you do something every day for 30-some years, you get good at it eventually, and it's the same deal on sewing machines. It costs nothing to check the machines out. We give you a price, take a look. Sometimes the machines just need a normal, clean, lube, balance the tensions out, that sort of thing. Sometimes they need a little bit more work, but it costs nothing to find out either way. And again, they're usually ready in just a day or two.
Yeah, and it's all here at Steve Sew-N-Vac. I want to tell everybody where that's at. If you know where Route 7 is on Kirkwood Highway, you got a little shopping center there, which is called
the Parkland Shopping Center, just right near Limestone Road, between the Shell station on the corner and Lenscrafters at the other end.
Yeah, so right in there you're going to find Steve Sew-N-Vac. And let's talk about vacuum cleaners. I'm looking here, and you've got some different types of vacuum. I'm trying. What is this in the window here?
That's the Hoover Flare sitting next to a Hoover Steam-Vac. We carry all the name brands as well as some of the high-end machines. The Hoover Flare that we're looking at right now, we've got that on sale for $79. That's got the revolving brush in it that'll do carpets as well as bare floors. Sitting next to that's the Hoover Steam-Vac. We have that on sale for $219. You'll see that anywhere from $249, $299 all over the place. Something I should mention while we're talking about the new vacuums. We offer something, it's a new vacuum package with all of our vacuums. It includes free assembly, free bags, free belts, first year free maintenance is on us, maintenance and use lessons. You add it all up, it's over $100 value, and that's free with all the machines, including the machines we've got that are like, we've got the Eureka here for $99. That machine you'll see all over the place. That the Mighty Mite's been around for a long, long time. They're $129, $149 other stores. And these aren't seconds. These are not refurbished machines or repaired machines. These are brand new in the box, $99. That's incredible. And then right next to it's one of the higher end machines. It's a Simplicity. It's called a Jill. It also uses a bag. We have bagless machines as well, but this is a bag type vacuum as well. That machine sells for $149 on sale right now. That you can compare that to $189 all over the place.
Yeah, when you talk about Simplicity, because I want to talk about Simplicity because that's what I have at my house, and when you talk about Simplicity, a lot of people know Simplicity, American made, first of all.
Absolutely.
And second of all, probably, I want to say, I'll put that up against just about every vacuum. There's only one I know that can beat it out, and you have that. We'll talk about that here shortly. But Simplicity got to be one of the best vacuum cleaner on the market for price-wise, even.
It is. Their upright is the best upright. They make an excellent canister as well. We also have Miele vacuums. We'll talk about that in a second. But the Simplicity vacuums are made in St. Louis, Missouri. Simplicity is one of the last full lines of upright vacuums that are made right here in this country. That's really important. I mean, I've got people come in and they're getting tired of buying the overseas made import cheap junky vacuums.
Yeah, when you're talking about simplicity, because you got so many different models, Steve, we want to walk down through here because people are getting to see the simplicity. You got the uprights, then you got the canister one here. Let's talk about this canister one because a lot of folks like that. You can do a lot of different things with a canister.
Absolutely, and on the canister, everything on here is quality stuff. The dusting brush, this is all natural bristle. A lot of the vacuums you look at today, they've got nylon bristles, they curl up, they get matted, and I know the one you've got home in your closet, if you've got anything other than a Simplicity, the brush is all curled and matted. This is made to last a long time.
And when it comes to the canisters and everything, I mean, like I said, folks, if you haven't heard, research Simplicity. I mean, it is the best vacuum cleaner, I think, in America today, outside of the Miele, which we'll get to here in a minute, when you talk about that vacuum cleaner, you're talking about a vacuum cleaner that doctors even write prescriptions for.
Yeah, the Miele is a great filtration machine, but the Simplicity is right there with it. I mean, the Simplicity is a quality piece, but the Miele is, and the Simplicity both.
Now you got a lot of people out there say, because one of the vacuum cleaners out there, and you got a couple of those that are refurbished around here and everything else. People come in and traded them in for Simplicity because a lot of people want that lightweight. They've seen all those commercials on the Oric and how lightweight it is and so forth and so on. Well, Simplicity's got one that I'll throw up against any Oric machine out there that will eat it up and tear it up and everything else because it's lightweight.
The consumer magazines rate the Simplicity Lightweight Freedom better by 40% than the Oric. Also, we were looking at just a second ago, there's a sign we've got hanging up in here. Simplicity is going to give you $50 for your old vacuum. It doesn't matter what kind of condition. I've got Simplicities on sale at $199, and you're still going to get $50 for your old one on a trade-in. You just can't beat it. And some of these machines, the customers have gone out and spent $59, $69 on it. They used it for a year, and now it's junk. You're still going to get $50 back for it. It's like almost having it free for the last year.
Yeah, and Steve, when we're talking about that, because a lot of these vacuum cleaners and everything, and everybody buys vacuum cleaners all the time, and then they go to get the bags for it. They can't find the right size bags. We've known each other for over 20 years, and I've stood in this store many times, watched people come in here, and if you got a vacuum cleaner out there and you need bags, this is the place to shop it because, Steve, you're going to match that bag up and give them the right bag that's going to fit their machine.
We carry all the bags for all the brands. And while we're on the bags, we talked about the bagless machines earlier. They also need replacement filters. So in addition to the bags for all of the vacuums, we've also got all the filters for the bagless machines. And what a lot of people don't know is you really need to change that filter often, some of them 4 to 6 months.
Yeah, and it just makes me think, when you talk about, because a lot of people go to the big stores and they, okay, well, there's one on sale. It's a vacuum cleaner. It's going to do the job. You're stirring up dust on a lot of these vacuum cleaners because I've seen the suction power. You've explained that to me, and you explained amps to me, and I'm going to play smart here because I've educated myself over the years knowing you. Amps don't mean a thing when it comes to vacuum cleaners because that's the power that it just turn the motor. It's the fan size that really creates that suction.
Yeah, there's a fan inside the vacuum. Amps is only how much electricity it sucks out of the wall. And I've got people come in and say, no, the bigger motor has to make more power. But if you take two machines, both of them is, say, a 12-amp machine, one's got a small fan, one's got a big fan, the big fan's going to make more power. And I've used a stupid comparison over the years. Take your toaster, tie it to a stick, and rub it on the floor. Your toaster draws 12 amps, but it makes a horrible vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, and when you're talking about it, because we mentioned, the simplicity and everything else, I'm going to make my way back on around here because I want to go down here because I talked about sewing machines here a minute ago, but you've got one of the top-notch sewing machines on the marketplace right now, and it amazed me because I come in and it's like, where's the key to start this? It's a Toyota.
It is a Toyota. People look and they say, I didn't know. And well, you think about it. Honda makes generators. They make motorcycles. They make automobiles. Mitsubishi makes televisions and all kinds of stuff. All of the manufacturers are into big stuff. I just had a customer tell me the other day, Yamaha makes big, giant earth-moving equipment. So they're out there. All these manufacturers are out there making all kinds of stuff. Toyota made they won the new product of the year award with their sewing machines this year, and it's a great machine. I do a demo on this, and when the customers come in, I can show them you can take a leather belt and sew right through it with these machines. They're basic. They don't have a lot of the electronics and stuff on them. Some people are looking for the monogram machines. That's not what this is. This is just strong utility machine that most people are using for mending and that sort of thing. And they're priced at starting at a couple of $100.
Yeah, when you're talking about that, I mean, because the one thing I know I've learned over the years that you can also sew because you've done so much with sewing machines. And if you got a machine out there, I don't care what it is, Steve can repair it. But if you're looking for a durable, good machine, like you said, it's not going to be for the monograms and all that. You got those too with the computers and all that. But if you want a good, durable machine and you're just, like they're doing repair work, making curtains or whatever the case, this right here will do it for you.
They're lightweight. They're great for quilting. They're great, they're like all of the mending, sewing denim, sewing anything heavy. I had a guy come in, he picked one up, he's sewing canvas for his boat on his Toyota sewing machine, and it's worked out real well. He's real happy with it.
Yeah, and when we were talking about it, because we talked about it, and I want to make my way back around here. And you also have, I want to tell people, because you repair a lot of vacuum cleaners, and you repair a lot of sewing machines. If you're out there and you need to get repaired, we do that. But you refurbish them and you sell those as well.
A lot of times the machines that are traded in, a lot of them are worthwhile repairing. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes people are just tired of their old machine. They want to trade it in towards a new one. We'll service those machines. Some of them we donate. Some of them we resell right here in the store.
Yeah, so if you're looking for it and don't want to, brand new, and because when it's refurbished, Steve, I got to say it's brand new when it comes out of your place because you go over it.
It'll have scratches and blemishes and cosmetic flaws on it, but it's going to sew like a brand new one, or it doesn't leave here.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, there's nobody does it any better than Steve. Right here, Steve Sew-N-Vac. We've mentioned Mealy. I want to talk about that real quick before we run out of time, because you're talking about a top of the line vacuum cleaner when you're talking about Mealy.
Oh yeah, the Miele with the filtration, the power, the performance. We've been a Miele dealer since '91, and no matter where you look, everybody's going to give you positive reviews in the Miele.
Yeah, so if you're looking for that, you got that. You got all kinds of things down through here, and refurbished, brand new, whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it here at Steve Sew-N-Vac. That's once again located in the Parkland Shopping Center on the Kirkwood Highway, right between Route 7 and
right next to Lens Crafters, just down from the Shell station.
Yeah, it's all here for you. Steve's here. He'll take care of you. And the phone number, if you have any questions whatsoever, Steve, they can pick up the phone and call 998-4851.
Absolutely correct, 998-4851, and that's area code 302.
Yeah, and so if you're downstate, come on up and visit. And, if you're going to go buy a car, you don't go to someplace else to buy a car. You go to a car lot. If you're going to buy a vacuum cleaner, I say don't go to someplace else. Go to where the expert is and come here and get educated, because that's what Steve, I see you do demonstrations and everything else for everybody who comes in here. You just don't say here's the best vacuum cleaner, you show them.
Yeah, and Tim, something you mentioned is real important. You mentioned downstate. We're on Kirkwood Highway. That's in the upper part of Delaware. If you're coming up from downstate, give us a shout in advance. You got the phone numbers, 998-4851. Call us and we'll make sure we have whatever you're waiting for, or whichever you're looking for, waiting for you. If you come early in the morning, drop your machine off. Maybe you can do some shopping in the area, go grab a sandwich, stop back. We'll try to get it done for you before you head home.
Yeah, it's all here for you. That's Steve Sew-N-Vac on the Kirkwood Highway. Until next time, for Steve and for Steve, until next time, we'll see you. Bye-bye.